Welcome to Great Talking Entertainment. I'm your host, KJ, and this is the podcast where I review movies and TV shows from all your favorite superheroes, including Marvel Comics, DC Comics, and much more. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talking Entertainment official channel. Now let's go, baby! Welcome back, everybody, to Great Talking Entertainment. And as I continue on for episode 3 from the new Disney Plus series, Echo, this is a spoiler review. So if you have not seen this show, pause this, give me a thumbs up, go watch, and then come back, check this out. Because I don't want to ruin nothing for you guys to enjoy the Marvel Cinematic Universe experience. So, y'all been warned, so let's get into it. This episode continues on from where they last ended. Henry trying to cover up what Maya did, but it's too late for the fact that one of his employees has been snitching on him from the skating range and texting one of Kingpin's goons for this bounty and told him that they have Maya captured and stuff by him and two other females. And what I thought was really funny is like they're kind of like a hillbilly redneckish thing, and they're like they have like no experience in hiding somebody or torturing somebody, or they're not really good fighters, but they're good enough to have Maya tied up and stuff. And it was just hilarious to see it. It was kind of like they were like goofballs, but I liked it. I loved it. And now that before that even happened, Biscuit, as I said from the last, bursted out that Maya's back, and after to try to attempt to raise some money for the grandma's truck, Maya's best friend Bonnie finds out and hearing cousin Biscuit say it. So now she's on the run and she wants to show up and see her. And before that, we get this conversation with Maya and Scully. And Scully's like, man, you should really talk to your grandma, Chula. And Chula and Scully talk too. And both women of their own version just don't want to talk to each other because they feel like the resistance too strong and they can't patch things up. Now, Maya has her reasons why she don't like her grandma, and her grandma don't want to see her because of what Maya's dad did in the past. And so there's a lot of, conversations that they need to have, and it's going to be an emotional conversation because in their own way they needed each other. One for the obvious, one for the other reasons. And then we get to the part where the Kingpin's goons show up, and we get this huge fight scene, and Bonnie tries to save Maya, and she fails, and then Bonnie and Maya have this conversation while they're tied up in the storage room, and then it's all going down. And you know what I like? It was interesting. They made it like, how do I put it? Usually the heroes get out of this situation, right? But this one was a little different. Even though they fought and found ways to escape, and Maya's still, you can tell Maya, the character, is still trying to figure out her abilities and how to do this on her own. And this is Kingpin's goons, so these are like some dangerous people, no matter what you say, right? Because the employee from the skating range, he gets shot. Bah. He wasn't going to get no money. And we see that one of the Kingpin's goons got Maya and Henry and Bonnie and whatever all on the floor getting ready to get shot. But then Kingpin calls and says, don't do it. And he walks away. And what I thought was very interesting, and I like that Marvel went that way because it's different. It wasn't oh, Maya's just gonna whoop their ass type thing. This is like showing us that one, Kingpin is a man you don't want to just mess with. Like, if you're going to mess with Kingpin, you better be good at what you're going to do, because this is the shit that Kingpin can do. And I think that just showcased that. Like, reason why Maya and all her family are not dead right now in that town is because Kingpin is allowing it. And that's the most important thing. And until he did show up, right? We know that he showed up at the end of the scene. But him not actually being there throughout that whole episode until the end, even when he's not there, his presence is well known and people fear and listen to this man. That he is the crime mob monster. He is the boss. And that's where I thought this scene right here was particularly really cool to see that showcase. Like, she's trying to build something from scratch, but Kingpin's like, I can easily destroy everybody. That's his message. That's why he did that. Henry knew it. Maya knew it. They all knew it. Like, they lived because Kingpin allowed it. And that was my favorite part of this whole episode. I mean, I loved the whole thing about the episode, because I like when they talk about the past, where Maya comes from. I like how they're introducing these other characters that we may not be familiar with, but they don't use these characters a lot, but now they're getting some shine in a live action. So it's really neat to see where this is going with the other characters as well. But my favorite part was just the idea that throughout this whole episode, that Kingpin can send a message without lifting a finger. Like, he's got that much intel. Like, that's why he's the boss. And that's what I really like about it. It really showcased a lot of that in this episode. So it was very good. So, again, when I think about, too, is I think the next episode, Kingpin's going to have to put some not punishment. Well, yeah, punishment. But he's going to have to put the fear of God in Maya. And I think Henry is going to get, murked. Or I think Henry is going to be forced by Kingpin to make Maya make the right decision in Kingpin's mind. Because this is not just business, personal. Like, Kingpin has, this very odd relationship with Maya. Like, a father-daughter type thing. He doesn't want to do this. It's like Thanos and Gamora. In every way you can imagine, yes. I mean, they made it perfectly clear he's going to be the Thanos level of the street level version of this. Like, he is the Thanos of street level, basically. And we're seeing that now. Like, Thanos could have easily killed Gamora. But when Thanos knew he had to get Gamora to do what he needed her to do, he did it. Whether it was get Star-Lord, hurt Groot, Rocket, whoever, right? He knew when he had to do it. And I think in this next episode, because this episode set it up like, okay, here's Kingpin. Now watch Kingpin do some stuff that he's not going to enjoy doing to Maya, but he's going to have to force it on it. He's going to have to make her do the right thing in his mind, like I said. And so it's going to be very interesting. Like, what's unique is, like I said, Maya's she's not perfect at this. She's trying to learn. She's trying to build the ground up. And as she's trying to do that, Kingpin's coming after her already to give her no type of hope. And like Gamora had hope because she was already skillful. She was already part of the Guardian of the Galaxy. They already had a one-up on Thanos, right? This one's different. They don't have a one-up on Kingpin. So she's trying to find a way to one-up him. She thought shooting him in the face or in the eyeball was going to help, but it's not. And she's scared. Maya's scared because Kingpin is a dangerous, scary man. So this, I think, the next episode, you're gonna see Maya even more weaker because he ain't gonna let her breathe until she gives in, and that's the type of dude you're gonna see. Like, the father's gonna have to punish the daughter in a villainous way. So that's what I think. And then, if you remember the flashback with the light foreman, they can run really fast. They're like the Flash, like, and they have abilities and powers and stuff. And I think what's interesting about that is, I think Kingpin's next level is to have power like that. And again, I think he knows. I think that's the big secret of getting that. That's weapons and powers, and that can make money. So I think Kingpin's in. There's a bigger plan to this too when they show these flashbacks. So I think not Daredevil, but Kingpin is going to be very connected to this. Now, since Kingpin's there, I believe I will start seeing a little bit more Daredevil. But it'd be very interesting what him and Maya are going to be like in this time. We see how they were in the past, but how are they now in the now moment? So it'll be very interesting in that next episode. But another thing I like about this episode is just the fact that they're focusing on, Maya. They're focusing on the characters within this show, Echo. They're not giving us so much cameos, but they're giving us enough. Even with Kingpin. They're giving us Kingpin, but not a lot. That's why I'm saying, like, I really like how this episode, they made it feel like Kingpin was there, but he wasn't physically there until the end. So, like, he can get you whatever and not actually being there. And, because they're making Kingpin win. Kingpin, so far, he's winning. So, like, Daredevil can't get him. Maya can't get him. Even Spider-Man can't get him right now. So, that's where they're at. But I think in this next episode, we're going to get some Daredevil. I think we're definitely going to get more Kingpin. And I think it's going to feel like a MCU movie in this one, I think. So that's my review for this show. 1 out of 10. I'm definitely giving this an 8. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talking Entertainment official channel. Subscribe. Hit that notification button so you can always be updated with all my latest content. Thank you and peace out.